a Canadian author, and this is a video. I'm wearing this cute dress again because I was supposed to go to my hometown today, but as you'll see in my next vlog, I didn't for reasons. And I'm currently stuck in my apartment alone for a few days. Anyway, regardless, I did a bad thing, and I bought books recently. So we're gonna do a book haul. I was gonna do this later because I figured I would get more books when I went to see my grandparents. Also, it's been such a quiet Sunday today, and then I started filming and they decided no. But it doesn't look like I'm going to see my grandparents. But if I do and I get more books, I will do another video. So let's start with books that you guys have already seen me read. So It Begins with the Body by Hannah Shafty. I've already read, loved it, gave it 4 stars. It's a poetry collection. That's like, I won't say it's like your typical poetry collection, but it's very much like the themes of growing up and like challenges you face and adversity and being different in Canadian society. So yeah, I read this for Whatever-a-thon, and I think it's in Whatever-a-thon vlog 4 that you see me read this. I'll link it in the description. But yeah, so this was the first one I bought. I got this one at Value Village. I think I got all these at Value Village except for one, which I'll have to explain anyway. But yeah, I got this at Value Village, so it was a good read. Happy about it. Now, I haven't read anything else in this stack. So next we have, also from Value Village, What You Used to Wear by Charmaine Cadeau, who I believe is a French-Canadian author. But this is a poetry collection. What is it actually about? Deals with natural world, physical, metaphysical, metaphoric. Yeah, it's one of those that's based more around a metaphor and then deals with stuff than being based on a topic, and then, which I don't read a ton of collections like that, so I'm excited for this. But just looked good. I think all of the poetry collections I've picked up from Value. No, I guess Lovelace isn't Amanda Lovelace isn't Canadian, but a lot of the authors I pick up in poetry collections from Value Village are Canadian, which I find quite remarkable, because it's actually like fairly, I guess I just don't look that hard because I go to Value Village to buy them, but like you don't hear a ton about small Canadian poets, so yeah. Anyway, excited to read that. Not sure when I'll get to it, as always. So now we're gonna move on to classics. So first, I didn't buy this book, and this book actually isn't mine, but it's mine until I read it. That's how Gemma and me do our book borrowing. But this is 1984, not her tab. She got this at Value Village. I read Animal Farm earlier this year. I liked the writing. Animal Farm, you know, surveillance, government ideas, you know, that sort of thing. So excited to read this. Been wanting to read this for a few years now. Moving on, so the rest of these are all mine, and I got them all at Value Village. So moving on for more classics, we have Frankenstein. We have Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. I haven't really ever been interested in reading Frankenstein until recently, because like a lot of the booktubers I started watching talked about how like gothic and stuff is cool, but also this is way worse. I just finished Anne with an E, and if you know, you know. So I don't want to read it because of that. But also just like, you know, there's a lot of debate about like Mary Shelley and like science fiction and being a female author of a classic and that sort of thing. So very interested. It's also one of the smaller classics, so very fun. Next we have something I thought I would never pick up, because I had Emma by Jane Austen. Obviously I got it as a gift from my mother because of my name, and I never thought about picking up Pride and Prejudice, but I feel like, I mean, I kind of feel like I have to read a bunch of different classics, but for like social pressure. However, there's so many references to Pride and Prejudice in so many books, but Pride and Prejudice, like there's just like, it's such like a classic. It is, yeah, it's literally referenced all over. I want to get Sense and Sensibility because it seems like that will be more up my alley, but like this kind of stuff is always at Value Village, and I have never actually read anything from Jane Austen, so I thought I would start with the shorter of the two. and go on from there. I know Mr. Darcy, Classic Tale of Love, Values, Class Conscious England in the 18th century, Five Sisters, that sort of thing. Like, I actually don't know what most classics are before I actually pick them up. Anywho, next we have Jane Eyre. Once again, Anne with an E, but also I picked up, so this isn't actually the Charlotte Bronte. Emma, you speak French. Isn't that the sad part, is that even like languages, like I literally speak English and I literally speak French and I can't pronounce anything in any of them. Bronte, Bronte. Whoa. Jane Eyre, Anne with an E, obviously, but I picked up Wuthering Heights earlier this year and I gave it a 4. It was the first classic, really, that I intentionally went and read. But I think I would like Villette. I have to have it in front of me, which I got from the library, but that is 700 pages, and like not like this is much shorter, but and I have it as an ebook, but I feel like reading classic as an ebook is wrong. Like, you know, like I really feel like that's some questionable stuff. Of course I'm gonna do it because like I like the idea of having like a classic collection and like being that girl. Anyway, Jane Eyre, I don't know what this, Orphaned, Unhappy Childhood, hated. She's sent away to school. She's a teacher. So cool. And that's what this is about. But the writing is actually quite big, and I mean, like, I don't want to get up and get it right now, but like I like mass market paperback classics because they're small and they're cheap when you buy them. However, they're hard to read. But when I see like there was 4 different copies of Jane Eyre at Value Village, so I look at the list price and see how what one's going to be the cheapest. Although sometimes I do wish I just picked the prettiest one. Anyway, on to regular fiction. So we have You Against Us by Fredrik Backman. I have Beartown on my shelves right now that I got secondhand last summer. You may be like, Emma, why are you picking up the sequel? To which I'm going to say, it looks like it's like the spine's not even cracked. Like it's been in someone's bag. It doesn't even look like they read it. And books are so expensive right now when they're new releases. So I thought if I picked up Beartown, even if I don't particularly like it, I like Fredrik Backman's writing, so I'll probably want to finish the series anyway. So I picked it up when I saw it, because you don't find stuff like this often. This is, well, I don't want to go because it's a sequel, but basically I know the first book is about like a star, it's based in Canada, woot woot, but the star hockey player is accused of raping a girl, and I think it's the main character who is the guy's sister is the best friend of the girl, and she's like has to deal with that, and the town has to deal with that sort of thing. So yeah. And then last but not least, we have How to Kill Your Family by Bella Mackie, also a brand new release from what I know, or at least to Canada. And this is actually a UK copy? No. Normally you see, it's a Canadian copy. It has the Canadian Walmart sticker right there. So yeah, it must be a fairly new release. But it has the UK and Canadian price. It doesn't have the US price. I wonder if this isn't allowed to be sold in the US, or they have to make changes, because sometimes that happens, and that's normally the only times you see it. Normally it's Canadian US prices, because normally they share the same cover. Anyway, besides the point, this is a thriller. It's meet Grace Bernard, daughter, sister, colleague, friend, serial killer. Grace has lost everything and now she wants revenge, and like she sets out to like kill her family. And it's supposed to be like hilarious and dark. So I'm not a huge thriller person. I read like my first horror the other day, like my first adult horror. But this is gonna blow up on TikTok, on Book Talk. So I thought I would pick it up, or at least it's blowing up on my Book Talk. And I only normally get romance Book Talk, so that's odd, and queer Book Talk. Anyway, so that was all the stuff I got. Anyway, if you enjoyed that, I need to stop buying books, so hopefully I won't be doing any more of these anytime soon. However, if you want to check out some of my other content, you're already on my channel. And if you would like to see my book and read it, or even find out more information about it, the Goodreads link and the buy link is linked below. Shelving it, if you're interested, would be great, even if you don't buy it. And then my author page is also linked below if you want to stay updated on my new projects. That's a Facebook page. And yeah, other than that, I hope you're having a great day. Bye.